live from NASA. Today I am here with the youngest astronaut ever. Hello, astronaut.
I am Amethyst.
Astronaut Amethyst from NASA. And you've been to the moon?
Yes.
Wow, how old are you?
4.
4 years old, and she's already been to the moon. Well, would you like to hear a story about the moon today?
Yes.
Awesome. Here we go. You mind if I put my microphone down? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. How about if you had a birthday party on the moon? Have you ever had a birthday party?
I have birthday party all the way on the space.
All the way in space? Well, let's read about the moon today. If your birthday party, if you had a birthday party on the moon, how amazing would it be to have your birthday party on the moon? Of course, everyone would want to come, not just because it's the moon, but who wouldn't want to ride to a party in a rocket? You'll get to fly 40 times faster than a plane. And for most of the trip, you'll ask to
Astronaut.
let's see there are some facts down here. Let's read those facts. The moon is about 239,000 miles from Earth. Now that's far. Your rocket will fly you there in 3 days. But if you could walk there, you'd have 9 more birthdays on the way. Let's see what's up next. Float! Oh my goodness! Once your ship is coasting through space, everyone at your party will be weightless. Just unbuckle your seatbelt and you'll start to float, surrounded by party hats, presents, and your piñata. You'll find that even the tiniest push will send you sailing through a sea of friends. You'll do somersaults in the air and have handstand contests on the walls. Some of you will even float upside down. Does that sound fun?
Yes.
Yes. Strangely, it'll feel the same as floating right side up. When you're weightless, there's no up or
Down.
in fact, if your birthday cake floats upside down, it'll be just as safe as right side up. Look at that. Did you float when you were on the moon?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like fun. At that time, astronauts have to strap themselves down so they don't float around and bump into one another. As your rocket gets close to the moon, you'll want to buckle yourself in for the landing. You'll no longer float, but once on the moon, you'll still be much lighter than you are on Earth. Earlier in your trip, the moon looked like a disc, but now it will fill your whole window. You'll see hills as high as the highest mountains on Earth, valleys and flatlands, and boulders and rocks. Everything will be different shades of gray, tan, and brown. You like those colors, right?
I like can.
Tan, it's kind of like a brown. And you'll see the moon's bowl-shaped craters everywhere. Wow. There's some more facts. It says, gravity holds people and things on the ground and pulls them back down after they go up. How strong a world's gravity is depends partly on its weight. The moon is much lighter than Earth, which is one reason why it has weaker gravity. So let's see, if there's gravity here on Earth, if you jump up, you should come back down. Can you show me if there's gravity? Let me see you jump up. And you came back down, right? That's because of gravity. Can you say gravity?
Gravity.
Good job. Nobody knows for sure how the moon was created, but we do know it happened when the Earth was very young. Maybe young like you, astronaut. Most scientists think that about 4.5 billion years ago, Earth collided with a world the size of Mars. The crash threw huge chunks of Earth's crust into space, and many pieces came together, forming the moon. Let's see what's next. Wow, look at that great big moon. In picking the very best spot for your party, it's helpful to know that the same side of the moon always faces Earth. This near side of the moon is the only side we can see from Earth, no matter what kind of telescope we use. See there? In fact, until a spacecraft photographed the moon's far side in 1959, we weren't completely sure what was back there. For all we knew, the place was crawling with extraterrestrials celebrating their own birthdays. The near side of the moon is where all the action is. For one thing, the moon's near side gets Earth shine, sunlight that's reflected from Earth onto the moon. This reflected light shines at all times. Yeah, I see. Other facts. So your party will never have to stop because it's dark out. So we can party all night, right? Party, 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 party. But what's more, on this side of the moon, you'll always have the beautiful blue Earth in the sky. Oh, there's some facts here. Astronaut Amethyst is telling us that there are some more facts for us to read. The far side of the moon is often mistakenly called the dark side. People think of it as dark simply because they can't see it. However, the moon's far side, just like the near side, is lit by the sun for half of every month. Just as Earth reflects sunlight onto the moon reflects sunlight onto Earth. This makes the moon look very bright from home. However, our planet is much bigger than the moon, and it also reflects sunlight much better. That's why Earth shine is 40 times brighter than moonlight. See that? When you land, oh, more facts. Thank you, Astronaut Amethyst. When you land on your perfect party site, everyone will be eager to get out onto the moon. But since it's your birthday, you get to be first. You'll climb down the ladder, followed by your friends. Everybody's safe in the moon's low gravity. You and your guests will look around in awe. Look at the moon. Then you'll look up and see Earth in your sky, many times larger and brighter than a full moon. Before doing anything else, you'll take seats on moon boulders and watch our planet turn. Slowly but surely, the continents will scroll by, and it'll be mind-blowing to think that everyone you know is on that globe. However, you'll notice something very, very strange. But first, let's read this fact that Astronaut Amethyst pointed out. Here's a cool birthday thought. There are about 7 billion people on Earth, but only 365 possible birthdays. If you divide 7 billion by 365, who knows that answer? No calculators? Okay, never mind. If you divide 7 billion by 365, you get around 19 million. This means that while you're having your birthday on the moon, 19 million other people are having a birthday on Earth. Look at that. Even a birthday banner on the moon.
I thought the answer was 6.
No, it's not 6. 19 billion. Can you say 19 billion?
19 billion.
That must have been an alien answering. All around you. Another fact. Astronaut Amethyst is so smart. All around you, the moon's surface will be bright. But when you look up, the sky will be, what color is this up here?
Black.
Yes, the sky will be black. To understand why the moon sky is black, let's explore why the Earth's sky is blue. Light from the sun looks white to us, but it's really made up of all the colors of the rainbow. Oh, you like rainbow, right? Pretty. On Earth, air causes the sun's blue light to scatter, and this makes our daytime sky look blue. However, the moon has no air. In fact, it has almost no atmosphere at all. This means there's nothing to scatter any color light at any time. And the moon's sky is always a deep black. An atmosphere is the layer of gases surrounding a world. Earth's atmosphere is air, a mixture of nitrogen and oxygen. Any atmosphere will escape into space if there's not enough gravity to hold it down. And the moon has so little gravity that it can't hold on to much atmosphere. Oh, we're almost at the end. You'll have to wait and see, okay? Wow, look at that. All of those. Are those your astronaut friends?
Mommy, this is another one.
Another fact. Astronaut Amethyst is so smart. And now for the very best part of your moon party, bouncing and gliding along the moon's surface in gravity that's only 1/6 of Earth's. The first people who walked on the moon, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, said moonwalking felt like moving in slow motion. Can you move in slow motion? Move slow. Oh my goodness, that's how you walked on the moon? Oh, did you wear those cool moon boots on the moon? Wow, okay, come on back. People who watched it on TV said it looked like slow motion. The space program that landed the first humans on the moon was called Apollo. The Apollo program began in 1961 and brought Armstrong and Aldrin to the moon in 1969. By the time these space flights ended in 1972, 12 Apollo astronauts had walked on the moon, but none of them on their birthdays. Too bad it wasn't their birthday, and they could have had birthday cake on the moon.
Did you read it?
Yes, I read the fact. Okay. Now it's your turn. If you weigh 100 pounds on Earth, you'll only weigh about 17 pounds on the moon.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't.
Yeah, there's not an extra fact on this page, but if you sit tight, you'll find out some more about the moon. You'll find yourself leaping 6 times higher and farther than you can on Earth. No need for a bounce house at this birthday party. One-handed push-ups will be easy peasy. Can you do one-handed push-ups? Do you think your daddy can? Oh man, is he strong?
He must be awesome.
That must be that alien again. In fact, if you push up too hard, you might push yourself right to your feet. Throw or hit a ball on the moon and it'll fly 6 times farther than it would on Earth. It'll also stay in the air 6 times longer. Hit a home run at your birthday party, and after running the bases, you'll have time for group photos before the ball lands. Did you take selfie photos on the moon? Let me take your picture on the moon. Cheek, 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 cheek. In 1971, astronaut Alan Shepard became the first person to play golf on the moon. In an area of the moon called the Framaro Formation, Shepard hit 2 balls with a club. He'd snuck onto Apollo 14. Shepard wasn't a very good golfer on Earth, but he was a great golfer on the moon. Maybe we should send some golfers to the moon. so they'll be great.
Another one.
More facts. You'll probably be bursting to check out the moon's craters. A crater is a bowl-shaped scar, kind of like a boo-boo, that marks the spot where an asteroid crashed. Some craters are smaller than pinheads. Others are the size of kiddie pools. And a few are big enough to be seen all the way from Earth. Asteroids are chunks of rock and metal flying through outer space. Most of them are leftovers from when the planets first formed. The most remarkable thing about moon craters, though, is that many look the same as they did when they were first created billions of years ago. Because the moon has no atmosphere, it also has no weather, no wind or rain to erase craters or other dings. This means the moon's surface hardly changes over years. And when it does change, it's because of something from another world, like you. Like the footprints from those first astronauts are still on the moon. You might be wondering how you'll have time to do everything you want on the moon. So you'll be happy to know that your moon birthday will last nearly 30 days. Hold on. Another fact. How does the moon deliver this mega birthday? Well, like Earth, the moon rotates or spins like a wheel. Each full rotation equals a single day. Earth takes 24 hours to rotate. So one day on Earth is 24 hours, but the moon takes 709 hours to rotate. That's 709 hours of birthday. That's a lot of party and a lot of cake. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to read to find out. Astronaut Amethyst wants to know what is happening here. Let's read to find out. When you're ready for a different kind of playground, you can visit the moon's Maria. Maria are the parts of the moon that look dark from Earth. Scientists used to think these dark areas were oceans, so they named them Maria, which means seas. That's also my middle name. Almost 1/3 of the moon's near side is Maria, but hardly any of the far side is, and nobody's really sure why. Maybe astronaut Amethyst will investigate. The moon's Maria formed billions of years ago. In those days, the moon had hot melted rock called lava inside. Scientists think that very large asteroids crashed into the moon, cracking its surface. Lava then flowed out onto the moon. Yes, and hardened, creating the smooth, dark Maria we see today. We're nearing the end soon. The moon's flat Maria. Another fact. The moon's flat Maria would be a perfect place to play freeze dance. If you could hear music on the moon, which you can't. Sounds can only travel through a medium, a substance like air or water that fills up the space between objects. The moon's surface doesn't have anything like this, so there's no way for music or other sounds to reach you. So your birthday on the moon couldn't have music. A game of freeze tag would be a better choice, but because low gravity makes sudden stops tricky, it's hard to know what freeze anything would be like on the moon. What will happen to the balloons at your birthday party? Well, balloons can only fly when they're lighter than the air around them. That's why people fill them with lighter than air gases like helium. But since there's no air on the moon, balloons are too heavy to fly there. And now for something you can't do anywhere but the moon. Find the weird stuff the Apollo astronauts left behind. Some things were left on the moon for a reason. Others were left there simply because it was easier. Here are just a few goodies for your birthday scavenger hunt. So it looks like they left a lot of things on the moon. Can you believe it? So when you go back to the moon, you can look for the American flag, 12 pairs of space boots, a 4-leaf clover, a feather, astronaut Shepard's 2 golf balls, a very rude drawing, a moon buggy, a recorded message from the Queen of England and other world leaders, movie magazines. Do you think we'll find this doggy or his bone there? No, we're not leaving that doggy on the moon. One thing you'll love about roaming the moon is the nice squishy cushion of dust under your feet. This soft carpet of moon dust, 2 inches thick, might tempt you to lie on your back and make moon angels, the same way we make snow angels. Go right ahead. Remember, the moon doesn't refresh its surface, so if you ever return for another birthday, your moon angels will still be there. Dust on the moon acts differently from dust on Earth. When dust or light soil is kicked up on Earth, air rubs against it, slowing it down. The air resistance makes the dust seem to float. All of your guests will surely want to pick up a nice moon rock to bring home. A light-colored rock will probably be from a hill or a crater. A dark-colored rock might be from the moon's Maria. Whichever rock you pick, just make sure it's small. A rock you can lift easily on the moon is going to weigh 6 times more back on Earth.
This is another one.
We read that fact. It's getting close to that wonderful, it's getting close to that wonderful time when you blow out your birthday candles and make a wish. There's one small problem though. Candles won't light without air. There's air inside your rocket, but you won't want to waste it on candles. Anyway, what could you wish for that beats a birthday party on the moon? Candles or no candles, it's back to your rocket for pizza and cake. Do you like pizza?
Yeah.
Do you like cake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Inside, there's enough air for everyone to take off their space helmets and for you to be able to hear them sing Happy Birthday. In 2001, Pizza Hut, yes, Pizza Hut, delivered pizza to the International Space Station. So maybe they'll also deliver to the moon. If you get what the space station astronauts got, you'll have a large cheese pizza with extra spices and salami. Do you like salami on your pizza? No. Since you're on the moon, why not eat your birthday cake like an astronaut? Chocolate pudding cake squeezed from a foil pouch is a space station favorite. After all, you don't need a place for candles. Well, we're getting to that end.
I see you now.
Yes, we're at the end. A few more pages. If there's one thing you probably never expected to do, it's hit a piñata on the moon. To swing a piñata stick in low gravity, you'll need to plant your feet firmly on the ground. In fact, the winner is likely to be the person who can stay on their feet while swinging. When the piñata breaks, the prizes will drop very slowly. Everyone will have time to see where their favorite treats are going to land. Because piñata prizes will fall slowly on the moon, they'll also spread out much farther. You'll have candies and chocolates in every corner of your rocket. There's no better way to wrap up your moon party than with a glorious rocket ride home. You and your friends will have 3 days in space to open your presents, chase floating piñata prizes, and rip into goodie bags filled with moon pies. You'll probably also look back at the moon and try to find the exact spot of your party. As Earth gets larger and larger in your window, you'll wish your moon party didn't have to end. But hopefully, very, very soon, You'll all be invited to someone else's birthday on the moon. Do you think you'll go to another party on the moon? Will you take me with you? Okay. And here is the glossary, which tells us what different words mean that we read throughout the story. Did you enjoy that story, Astronaut Amethyst? Well, we'd like to thank you for listening and coming back from the moon. When do you plan to go back to the moon?
A spaceship.
In a spaceship? What day are you going?
40.
In 40 days? Do you think the coronavirus will be over in 40 days?
Yes.
Me too. All right, thanks for talking to us. Wave bye to our friends.
Reading with Teacher Tay. Reading with Teacher Tay. Let's drift away and explore the day. Reading with Teacher Tay.